David Bossie with Trump's 2016 deputy campaign manager, and he is with president of Citizens United, I should say. And Mike Huckabee is former governor of Arkansas. Both are Fox News contributors. Gentlemen, welcome. Great to have both of you with me tonight. You know, Governor Huckabee, let me start with you. The president, I think, hit the nail on the head when he said that rhetoric has been weak over the last 25 years, and it hasn't worked. I mean, it's a very quantifiable way of looking at it in terms of how aggressive North Korea has become during that time frame. You could add Iran to that list as well. What does he need to do as he moves through this trip?
I think he's doing it, Martha. You know, he didn't bring James Taylor over to sing "You've Got a Friend" when he visits Japan or South Korea, because he doesn't have to. He's showing that the U.S. is the friend that will stand up against the bully of North Korea, and that will also stand up to China and tell them, look, we not only have military power, but we know what to do with it if we have to use it. That is not a message that is commonly heard by either North Korea or China, certainly not during the 8 years of the Obama administration, when most of the time we were issuing apologies and we were backpedaling. This is a strategically important trip. I think the president is doing it in the order, intentionally going to Japan, South Korea, and then the rest of Asia. But the message is not just to the North Koreans. The message is to our friends, we're with you, but it's also to those either direct adversaries or those that could be, China and North Korea, and say, don't mess with us, because Donald Trump is saying, I've got a big boot, and I'll put it in your butt if you mess with the United States.
That's a uniquely Governor Huckabee way of putting it. For those of you who might forget, after the horrific killings at Bataclan in France, John Kerry decided that it would be a good idea to send James Taylor to France to sing "You've Got a Friend." And that's what the governor was referencing as well. David Bossie, your thoughts on this?
Well, I think the governor's exactly right. The president's doing this trip exactly the right way so far. It's been a very good trip to Japan. The Reagan style of peace through strength is really what we're seeing here. We're going back to peace through strength, which is what won us the Cold War, which got without firing a single shot. And that's what the American people need to hear. And that's what the world is now hearing, is that this president so cherishes the men and women in uniform and their blood and a treasure that we have to spend and expend when we fight wars, that we don't want to do that. He does not want to do that. So peace through strength is really so far, his way of telling his enemies there's going to be repercussions.
Governor, just quickly before we go, here at home, the Trump administration is facing questions about Wilbur Ross, whether or not his businesses had ties to the Putin government. The Russia investigation continues apace, I guess. We wait for, whatever the substance is of that. How does the president handle this trip while all of that's going on back at home?
I don't think he deals with it while he's overseas. He's got plenty on his plate. All of these are legitimate questions. They certainly deserve to be asked and answered, and they will be. But you got to remember, Wilbur Ross has already been through a very thorough vetting process, both in the Trump organization and then through the Senate confirmation. So, yes, all these questions are legitimate. They should be asked, but I don't think they're going to result in any big change in confidence that he has in the Commerce Secretary.
All right, to be continued. David Bossie, thank you very much. Governor Huckabee, great to have both of you with us tonight on a busy night. Good to see you both.